and we'll see who we can get to join us. Let's get to work. 1 p.m. Eastern, Arizona Cardinals 4-11, 3-3 on the road at Atlanta Falcons, 5-10, 4-3 at home. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll start off with the line history for this one. Move over here and pull this up for the Cards game. How is it? What's wrong with me? There we go. We have the Falcons opening up at -3.5 at +101. They're now -3.5 at -106. They did get up to -110, -112 even. Actually, more than that, I should say. They popped up to -4 very quickly before they came back to the 3.5. From a totals perspective, opened up at 40. We're now sitting at 41, juice to the under. Take a look at cash flow here for this one. Arizona, Atlanta. We have just, it's meaningless really. 1,000 tickets in. That's the lowest we've ever talked about. 1,064. 59% of the tickets are on Atlanta. 60 and 62% of the tickets in cash are on the under. We don't know the cash yet. A very limited amount of tickets in at this point on Tuesday evening, right after Christmas. The Cardinals coming off their 5th straight loss, 1916 overtime setback at home to the Buccaneers. Ex-Penn State quarterback Trace McSorley was making his first start after a season-ending injury to Kyler Murray and the concussion to his backup Colt McCoy. McSorley, 24 of 45, 217 yards, no touchdowns in the pick. He also lost 2 fumbles. They made 1 appearance in the red zone. They went 0-1 there. They were 5 for 19 on 3rd down. Dortch got 10 for 98. Marquise Brown caught 3 for 57. DeAndre Hopkins caught 1 pass for 4 yards despite being targeted 10 times. DeAndre Hopkins and Devontae Adams had similar weekends. James Conner ran 15 times for 79 yards and a touchdown, caught 7 for 41. The Cardinals averaged 4.4 yards per play over their last 3 games. That's the worst in the NFL. They couldn't get pressure on Brady, 0 sacks, 4 quarterback hits. Marco Wilson did have 2 interceptions. Tristan Hill was lost, defensive tackle, in the 2nd quarter to a knee injury. And the Cardinals have struggled against the run all year long, which is the one thing that we know that the Falcons can do to them. They're 23rd in opponents' yards per carry. Falcons coming off their 4th straight loss, 17-9 setback at Baltimore. They had a chance. They came into the game just a game back of Tampa, but they're eliminated from playoff contention. Ritter, 22 of 33, 218 yards. He only ran for 8 yards on 4 carries, but he looked better. Drake London was his main target, 7 catches for 96. Drake did lose a fumble. Algiers taken over at running back, 18 carries for 74 yards, caught 4 for 43. But Ritter and the squad were 0-4 in the red zone. That's against the tough Baltimore defense. But the defense couldn't get pressure on Huntley. 0 sacks, 0 quarterback hits. They did hold the Ravens to 299 yards, 4 of 12 on 3rd down, 1 of 4 in the red zone. Philippe Franks is in concussion protocol. So they're 17th in yards per play, and Desmond Ritter is improving. Interested to see hear what your thoughts are on this game. Take it away for us, Andy. Cardinals, Falcons.
Yeah, this is the dregs of the card, isn't it? It's really, really, really tough to back the Cardinals at any point with a 3rd-string quarterback, and it's been rough. Like, it's been a really tough hang to watch this Cardinals offense, even in a game that I guess technically they were in the game. They were in the game somehow. I think that was more on the opponent, but this is gross because it's Atlanta or pass, and I can't be laying 4 points even at home with the way this offense is played. Like, if anything, the Cardinals defense has stepped up a little. Like, this is probably under, but I tend to try to stay away from these unders in these games with a high level of uncertainty with some ishy, quarterback play. The Falcons offense has looked really rough after some injuries and the switch at quarterback and just what they've tried to put together. So no bet for me here. I leaned Falcons before the move and then lean heavily to this under. I think this could be another really gross one where basically the Cardinals defense has played well, against an opponent that they can match up halfway decent with. But, their offense is so sad and the Falcons defense is very bad. So it's like weakness on weakness. I don't want to say strength on strength because the Falcons offense and the Cardinals defense aren't like great, but yeah, this is probably an under game, and it's not one you'd want to watch too. You bet it, you look away, and there's other games on at this time, so don't watch this game, guys.
Sky Dragon says Atlanta's won one game by more than 4 points. One game. Do you have? And there's Jose joining us from Las Vegas, drinking an old fashioned in honor of.
Ooh, where are you staying, Jose? Yeah, we're gonna have to give you some food recs as we go here.
So I've gone into this cap thinking that Colt McCoy will not be under center.
I think that's where I'm at as well, Jimmy.
Okay. They're wondering if he will be in there. I agree with you guys that this is Falcons or no bet. And I had some interest in them, and I guess it's cooled a bit after breaking this down with you guys. I guess it's cooled a little bit. For me, I just feel like Ritter has a lot to work on. There's a lot at stake still for the Falcons to finish the year strong and give Ritter hope for next year and get this offense working with Ritter in London and Algier. But maybe your take on the Cardinals' defense being improved and J.J. Watt playing his final couple games of his career and expecting a lot from his teammates. Because the Cardinals have difficulty stopping the run. Let me just quickly. I know we should move off this bum fight, but let me just take a quick look at what happened against the run just last week against Baltimore. Oh, sorry, that's Atlanta. Sorry, against the hell's wrong with me? Against Tampa, because Fournette went off and he's terrible.
Yeah,
he's
injured.
The Tampa Bay rush attack is awful, and they went for 115 yards. I mean, what's going to keep Atlanta from rushing for 185 yards and controlling the game?
It's true. Like, they are bad against the rush. They have been good against the pass. So it's basically I think my game plan would be stack the box. I know it's simplistic and maybe a little reductionist, but like, I don't think Atlanta's going to be able to pass on you. Just stack the box. They have been decent with the pass rush. Over the last 5 weeks, they're actually probably a top 10 team as far as drop back EPA per play allowed. It's just, again, their run defense is well below average. So if they can throw something at it, like, hey, we're just going to sell out to stop the run, and maybe it costs us a little in the passing game, I think they can stop this team. But man, it's just not a game worth. It's not a game worth our breath, really. Okay. You're right. We spent too much time on it.
Yeah, well, let's move on from it. We'll finish with a couple of notes from our cappers in the chat. Mac Beaver saying Hopkins and Brown can exploit the Falcons secondary. Sky Dragon saying, I'm dying to take Atlanta, but seems so desperate and silly. It'll be the type of bet I hate myself for if it loses. All right, I will. And then Birdie's still thinking that McCoy could be under center, which that would hurt me because I do think that Colt McCoy's capable of moving the offense better than McSorley. Okay, I'll stay off that at least for this evening. Let's move on.